we are going to discuss our 13th chapter, oscillations. Okay. Do you know oscillations? Where you have encountered this word? Oscillations. Pendulum. Whether you did the experiment? No. So, yes? Okay. So, what do you mean by oscillation? To and fro. Very good. To and fro motion. Okay. So, in this chapter oscillation, mainly we are going to discuss about oscillating periodic motion. Okay. Oscillating, not alone with respect to oscillations. We are going to discuss about oscillating periodic motion. Okay. Write it down in the book. This chapter mainly deals with oscillating periodic motion. Then, what do you mean by a periodic motion? What do you mean by a periodic motion? Any idea? At regular intervals. Motion that happens at regular intervals. Very good. Can we clap for him? Very good. Periodic motion means an object, okay, an object at regular intervals means at regular intervals what it is doing? An object that changes its position over and over again at regular intervals of time. Am I right? An object that changes its position over and over again at regular intervals of time. That is known as periodic motion. Might be you read in your grade 6 itself. Okay. And I write down this, even though this is the introductory part, it's very important. Okay. An object that repeats its motion over and over again at regular intervals of time. So, in addition with this, I want to explain about time period. I want to explain about time period. Can anyone define time period? What do you mean by a time period? Yes, ma'am? Time taken for one revolution. Very good. So, one oscillation also. Very good. So, I am going to define this time period as a very small time interval. A small time interval after which the motion is repeated. Time period is a small time interval after which the motion will repeat again. That is known as time period. I will give some example, that time you will come to understand. Okay. A smaller time interval, that is del t. Okay. After which the motion is repeated. How can we denote time period? Capital. Very good, capital T. Time period denoted by capital T. a small interval, after which the motion will again repeat. Okay. If you see the motion of a planet around the sun in an elliptical orbit, for example, if I am considering Mercury, it will complete its revolution around the sun once in 88 Earth days. Okay, it will complete its revolution in 88 Earth days approximately. It's 87.9 something. Okay, so approximately I am saying 88. Okay, so that is the time period. I will give examples. In addition with this, I am going to explain about frequency also. That also we discussed in our smaller grades. So, any idea about frequency?
Number of cycles completed.
Very good. Number of cycles completed per unit time. How can we denote frequency?
1 by T.
What is the symbol? Nu or? Nu or? Nu or? F. Lambda is the wavelength. Okay. Nu or F. Number of cycles per unit time. Moreover, I can say it is the reciprocal of time period. It is the reciprocal of time period. Okay. So the formula for finding frequency is very good. F is equal to 1 by T. Otherwise you can say mu is equal to 1 by T. Either you can represent frequency with the help of symbol mu, nu. Okay. Otherwise you can express with the symbol F. Okay. So it is the reciprocal of time period. So it's 1 by T. You all know that the unit for time period is seconds. So what will be the unit for frequency?
Second inverse.
Very good. Second inverse. Unit is second inverse, or you can say RPS, rounds per cycle, or you can say CPS. CPS means very good, cycles per second. Otherwise our familiar unit hertz denoted by SC. So these are the units for frequency. Seconds in second inverse or rounds per cycle or cycles per second. This is rounds per second, cycles per second or hertz. For honoring Heinrich Hertz, a physicist. Okay. So this is about frequency. Unit for time period is seconds. Any doubts in this? Can we discuss about the examples for periodic motion? As I told, the revolution of planets around the sun in an elliptical orbit, as we all know from our previous chapters. Am I right? It's not a circular orbit, in an elliptical orbit. So for that also, for this point, example is for Mercury, it takes 88 Earth days to complete one revolution around the sun. Any other examples? Motion of the moon around the earth. Very good. Motion of the moon around the earth is the next example. You can write down the examples. Motion of the moon around the earth. So So what's the time period here?
1 month.
But we are saying 1 month. It's 27.3 days. Okay. Its time period is 27.3 days. Okay. Any other example?
Clock.
Very good. Motion of the hands of a clock. This is another example. If you say that repeats its rotation at regular intervals of time. Am I right? It repeats its rotation at regular intervals of time. And the other example?
Cycle. Vehicle tires. That we don't have time for this.
Motion of the hands of a clock. Okay. Thank you everyone.